Are you ready to rock? I sure hope so. I think my neighbors think I'm a little bit cuckoo. But that's okay, because I know deep down in my heart, I'm trying to teach some people some good stuff. Stuff is important as a human heart, lungs, arteries, and veins. Well, today, we're going to put that heart to the test. We're going to test the pulse and everything. We are going to be doing an experiment with exercise. So, the question that we're going to be asking, anytime you do anything about the scientific method, right, just like at the science fair, you ask a question first. And we're going to experiment and determine how the pulse rate, how fast our heart is beating per minute, is affected when we're resting and then after we're exercising. And what happens to that level? Does it beat a lot faster? Does it beat the same? Does it beat less? Well, we're going to find out. We're also going to make a prediction or a hypothesis, which is a really good guess about what we think is going to happen. So we're going to be experimenting, we're going to be estimating, measuring. We're going to try to come up with an educated guess of all the things we know about science, not just a regular guess like popcorn, tacos, fly a kite. Not like that kind of guess. A guess about everything you know about the human body and everything you learned in science this year, and then you take that important information and you use that to make your guess. Okay? That's called a hypothesis. Not going to ask you how to spell it, but just remember, a hypothesis is a guess, an educated guess, meaning all the things you know put into the guess. It's not just a guess, pick something out of the sky and say it. So we're going to give our hypothesis. How will your heart rate change when you exercise? Tell me what you think. Do you think it's going to beat faster? Do you think it's going to beat the same? Or do you think it's going to beat slower? Now, I'm not going to tell you what your prediction is. And if your prediction is right, great job. If your prediction is wrong, great job. Because you don't have to change your prediction. You already made it. I say great job if your prediction is wrong, because what's great is that you learn something. And scientists are always learning new things. Not maybe what they think, definitely after they tested it. They know for sure that that's just the way it is. Okay? Could be anything. So, make sure that we measure your heart rate the same amount of time before we do the running and then after we do the exercising. I'm not saying running, exercising. And then we're going to test what our guess is. We think our heart's going to beat slower. Well, we're going to test it out. We're going to find out. Was I exactly right? Was I exactly wrong? Was I a little bit right? Well, those things are important. But don't be hard on yourself if your prediction isn't correct. You should celebrate, because you're learning something new. Maybe not that other scientists even knew. Maybe they do. But you might be learning something new for your stack of pancakes of knowledge. And every time you learn something new, you just keep putting those stacks on and you keep learning more and more. Good. All right, so first we're going to sit very, very quietly. We're going to measure our heart rate by taking the pulse for 30 seconds. And then we're going to have our partner keep track of time. Okay, so let's say it beat for a certain amount of times per minute. Now we're going to have that number, and then we're going to write the number down on the top of our lab manual. Now that's in the next Nearpod slide page. You're going to find that. And it looks like this. Okay, experiment with exercise. It's kind of hard to see. Sorry, guys. And it says all the things I'm talking to you about, and you're going to be recording that down. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to record how many times your heart beats per minute when you're just sitting around, breathing, blinking your eyes, just sitting calmly. Then afterwards, you can do any kind of exercise you wish. You can jump rope. You can do anything you're permitted or allowed to do inside your home. You can walk in place. You can run in place. You can do wall push-ups. I mean, you lean against the wall and then you just do push-ups off the wall. You can do the quicksand game, when you pretend that you're gonna, if you stop walking, you're sinking into quicksand. Help! Help! There's no quicksand in my backyard. I'm only kidding. But you know what? If you continue to walk, like kind of an interesting imagination game. So you can kind of just do that. Like we do the interactive movements with Henry Danger, and you have to swat the bees that take all the things out of the laundry. It's kind of like that, an interactive video. You could put on a Go Noodle video. You could chomp it. You could milkshake it. I don't know. You tell me. Whichever one you like. You could ride the roller coaster. Ah! Anyone you like. So then after you do that exercise, that important exercise that your body needs every day, you're going to measure your pulse. Can everybody say that? Measure your pulse. And if you're at the doctor's office and your doctor does this, you can sound like you know lots of doctor things and say, "Excuse me, are you measuring my pulse?" He might be very surprised that you know what that means. Kind of an interesting thing, measuring your pulse. It's something you're going to be learning about for years and years, and it's a great way to make sure that you're healthy, that your heart's beating the right way, and things like that. So what I want you to do is then compare the numbers. Compare the two numbers you got. The one number that you thought, I'm sorry, the one number that when you were sitting quietly, and then compare it to the other number that you got after exercising. Now what happened? Was your heart beating faster, slower, or did it stay the same? Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to give you the answers to this one because no one's going to do it for you. You need to do it. Pick a parent, a support team, a friend that can help you, and have some fun with it too. Okay? I'd like to hear what kind of interesting exercises everyone has done when they're exercising their hearts. All right. Great job, everybody. Don't forget to exercise your heart at least 30 minutes a day. I mean, sometimes if I don't walk around, I feel all achy, so I'll maybe take my dog for a walk. I don't go far. I only go on my street, and I walk with a friend. Sometimes I'll walk with my neighbor. Sometimes I'll walk with Mrs. Erlinger, and sometimes I'll walk with my children. They like stretching their legs too, and it's important that we all people, old, young, that we exercise our hearts in a good way. And just want to be healthy. Want to take care of yourself. All right, take care of your healthy bodies and your healthy hearts. And good luck with the experiment. I know you're going to have fun with it. Oh, I'm feeling some rain. I might have to go inside for the Friday video, unless I put on a raincoat. See you tomorrow, everybody. Adios.